Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to Vlogmas episode 6. We're halfway through Vlogmas. I can't believe it either. And I'm just thankful you guys are sticking around and listening to me talk all the time. It's crazy that any of you want to do that with your free time. But I appreciate you and I love you. And today's episode is just going to be a quick, it won't be quick. It probably will be 30 to 40 minutes, knowing my ass. But it's going to be a Q&A. Just gonna go over a few things, talk about life, talk about relationships, talk about fitness, talk about goals, whatever it is. I just put a little box on Instagram and asked some questions. And the funny thing is I filmed a Q&A back in like October, tried to edit it and it got wiped from my computer 2 times. As you guys can tell, I'm not like the greatest when it comes to editing, tech, all that stuff, but a girl is trying out here. So we're gonna answer some of those questions I answered back then as well, and just have a fresh new one with new questions too for this Q&A. One thing I need to point out though, as I sit on my bedroom floor, one of you were like, you seem so clean and organized and just like you have your life together. And I just need you guys to know that is like very, very far from the truth. Of course, I'm like, I love aesthetic things. I like to make things look nice and pretty. But at the end of the day, I have my flaws too. But please just look at my room right now. That's a big pile of clothes that I'm going to donate. Those are more clothes I'm going to donate. A new dark sport package. What else? Clothes I need to put away. More clothes I need to donate. Clean clothes I need to put away. Things I need to return. So that's my current state. I had to film in my room because it's like the best lighting, and yeah, so we're gonna dive in. I have these blue light glasses on because I just didn't want to put on like any makeup. So I feel like sometimes glasses can help like distract from that, and they're cute. Amazon, so I'm a fan. But okay, let's go ahead and dive right in. I just screenshotted all your questions and we're gonna go through them. Okay. Let's start off with this because I get a lot of questions on this. Do you like your Oura Ring? Oura Ring update. Do you like your Oura Ring more than the Apple Watch? Why do you wear it on your middle finger? Those are the main questions I got. So let's start with that. This is my Oura Ring. I got it probably middle of September, maybe beginning of October, I want to say. And I got it mostly because I was really over just wearing an Apple Watch on my wrist, and the main thing I need like a fitness tracker for is just like tracking my steps. That's like my main priority. To see like my sleep, and Apple Watch doesn't track your sleep because you have to charge it every night. I want to get an Oura Ring to get more in tune with like my sleep quality and just see how I was sleeping. And another reason was I wanted it to take my temperature every morning so I could sync it with Natural Cycles, which is a period tracking app that allows you to see like when you're fertile, you know, when you're ovulating, all the things. So those were the main reasons I got the Oura Ring. And I would say, I heard someone say this the other day, that it's not a replacement for the Apple Watch, and I would agree with that, just because the Apple Watch, you can like start a workout, you can time a run, you can do all those things. In the Oura Ring app, you can go in and like say you're training or you're on a walk, but it's not super accurate, and I also think the step count is a little bit off. But for me personally, like I don't need to be tracking my workouts. I don't find it necessary for like me and my goals. I don't need to see how many calories I burned at the end of a workout. So overall, I really like the Oura Ring, and I haven't reverted back to my Apple Watch yet. Maybe if I enter like a prep or something, I would use an Apple Watch more, so that way it is a bit more accurate when it comes to steps and like my heart rate during cardio. But for now, this is great. I love that it's simple and, you know, not super bulky. I can barely tell it's there half the time. The reason I wear it on my middle finger is just because it's a little too tight on my pointer finger. It still fits, but if I'm like training or if I'm on a walk and my fingers start to swell, I don't like when a ring gets stuck. So naturally, I just keep it on my middle finger most of the time. They say you can try, it's preferred for your index finger, but I still think it's accurate on my middle finger because it stays put. Like you just need these little 3 grooves on the inside of your hand and you should be good. But I kind of alternate between my middle finger and my index. But another thing I will say is when I'm training and I'm going to like pick up a dumbbell or a barbell, I will take this off just because it's not very comfortable and I don't want it super scratched up. So it's definitely expensive, but I'm happy with the purchase and I'm a fan. But you know, do your own research. If it's something you want for like tracking your cycle and sleep quality, I think it's a great option. But if you're someone that's like really into tracking your workouts or runs, I would get something like a Whoop band or like a Garmin watch. So those are just my opinions on it, but overall I'm a fan. Okay, so I got a few questions about moving and just like what's the status on that. Are you planning on moving? Are you gonna give Texas some more time? Where you and John will move next? What was another question? What do you miss most about Michigan? And we're currently in the works of figuring out what we're gonna do for a long time. Well, not a long time. I would say over the past few months, we had this idea we were gonna move back to Michigan so we could be closer to family, friends, you know, really solid relationships we have in our life. And we were just kind of missing like Michigan in general because the Texas summer was really, really hot and just very humbling to say the least. And it was something we were not expecting, but regardless, we survived. It's all good. And now the months outside of like June to August, I would say, in Texas are gorgeous. Like the weather's really, really nice. I mean, it's like 60 degrees out. It's 65 and sunny today, and it's December 11th, so that's incredible. I do miss the seasons in Michigan. I just miss my family and close friends out there. Other than that, I don't miss a whole lot about Michigan. I liked like going to Detroit or Grand Rapids to like, you know, go out to dinner or like whatever, go out with my friends. But other than that, those are the main things I miss, which are all very important things. But for now, we're just kind of looking where we can get a solid rental. And Michigan's like rental options kind of just suck. Like when it comes to renting a house or even just apartments, they don't have a lot of great options out there. And if the options they do have are quite like outdated and overpriced. And it's like we're in such a nice spot here in Texas where we're paying a relatively decent amount, but we have a brand new apartment. Like everything's really nice and updated. So we're kind of trying to balance between what we want to do, but I will definitely keep you guys updated. This lease here ends like February, so we need to figure it out soon. But what we really, really want is just a little bit more space and like a yard, but we're also not ready to buy anything yet. And that's a whole story in itself, but that's the plan right now. I will keep you guys updated because we still don't know ourselves, but obviously I'll take you guys along for whatever journey we go on. But for now, I think we're gonna stick it out in Texas a little bit longer. That leads me to my next question. Is it hard making friends in Texas? I don't think it's necessarily hard. I think it's just a matter of like how much you put yourself out there, you know, how outgoing you are, what's going on in your life, whatever. The majority of this year was spent in like a prep phase and a lot of like social restriction to some point, but which can feel really, really hard when you're trying to make friends and make, you know, new relationships in an area you're new to, because you kind of have to decline a lot of things to some extent. I don't think it's necessarily hard. It's just more so getting outside your comfort zone and learning how to do that. Something I've learned about myself is that I'm very comfortable with the people that I already have in my life, and I like have such solid friendships in my life that in my head I feel like I don't need a lot more. But at the end of the day, I think it's so important to still be having like, you know, human connection on a day-to-day basis, and just like having people that you can, you know, go grab coffee with or go grab dinner with, whatever, you know, go on a walk with. So I would say it's as hard as you make it, but to each their own. I think at the end of the day, I am definitely a little bit more introverted than I like myself to be. I really just love like, I love my routines. I love like just doing, I don't know how to describe it. Love being at home. I love being comfortable. I love being like just at peace. And there's so much fun stuff to do in Austin that I feel like I do catch myself a lot just being like, oh my gosh, I need to get out of my comfort zone. So if we're staying here, we're definitely gonna make more of an effort to just see more, do more, you know, that stuff. Just moving to a new place in general, new city, new state, whatever, can be really, really scary for people. And I'm so thankful that I had John like with me through this, like that we have each other, because I don't even know how I would get through it alone. But it's really, really nice having someone that you can, you know, come home to every single day and just feel at home and comfortable with them. But if you're like moving somewhere alone and you're really, really nervous about that, I would definitely say like joining things like, a lot of people are into like pickleball these days, or like a lot of people do like dodgeball leagues, like stuff like that. Like there are a lot of options in big cities on how you can meet new people, especially if you are working in person too. A lot of people end up becoming really good friends with their work friends, as well as like, you know, your gym setting too. You can find a lot of people that are really, really similar to you in the gym. So I think it's just how you make the most of it. But it's definitely been harder for me, but it's something I want to really, really improve on in 2024. It's just like saying yes to more, doing more, getting outside of my comfort zone, essentially. This is like another life question, I guess you could say. Any engagement plans for you and John coming up, or do you think you'll wait? And then another one said, I want to get married. So yeah, there really is no timeline. It's just vibes, you know. It's just, I don't think there's a pressure. I'm only 24. I'll actually be 25 in January, which when I realized that like a few weeks ago, I was like, whoa, I'm gonna be 25 in January, which is like just crazy to me. I don't know, 25 just seems, 24 to 25 sounds really different in my head, but there's no rush. And it's like, I think there's a lot of things that we're maybe trying to like check off the list before we do that. You know, weddings are expensive, all that stuff is expensive. So at the end of the day, I'm not in a rush, and it will come when it's supposed to. I think, I don't know, I think there's just a lot of, I don't know, if you follow a lot of influencers or just people that, you know, post a lot about their lives in general, you will often find yourselves comparing, why am I not at this point in my life like this person is? You know, if you follow someone that's the same age as you, there's so many creators I follow that are my age, and I'm like, whoa, why do they have a house? Why are they married already? It's just like, it doesn't serve you any good. I think everybody is on their own timelines, and you know, you should be making these decisions based off of how they feel for you, you know, where you're at in life, what feels comfortable, what feels right, you know. So at the end of the day, I'm happy, I'm content, and there's no pressure, you know. So I feel like just as society, you think that you need to be like married by this age, you need to have kids by this age, you need to have a house by this age, and it's just like, I think there comes a point where you need to let go of that like weird pressure expectation in your head, because it's just not realistic for many, many people. I mean, with how the economy is right now and just so many other things, like how crazy the world is right now, sometimes at the end of the day, like just being thankful and happy for where you are at right now is enough. So that's where I'm feeling right now. I don't know, that wasn't a great answer, but we'll see. Okay, someone said, you're my favorite YouTuber. Who are some of your faves? One, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like my YouTube channel. I say it all the time, but like this is where I really, really enjoy posting. I don't know, I just find that the longer content and me just showing you guys like bits of my day makes me a lot happier than just me like posting a photo on Instagram with like a motivational caption, you know what I mean? So thank you. But some of my favorite YouTubers are, I've talked about her before, but Maggie McDonald. I've been watching her for years. She's like a Boston lifestyle YouTuber, and I just love her vibe. She's not like fitness bodybuilding, but I just personally love her. Other YouTubers I enjoy and watch regularly would be Kenzie Vance, my best friend. If you guys aren't subscribed to Kenzie, what are you doing? I'm sure you already are though, but definitely subscribe to her because her vlogs are funny as fuck too, and they're long. So if you need entertainment in a like cardio session, or you're just, you know, bored one night, go watch a Kenzie Vance vlog. I'm trying to think of who else I watch like often. This isn't a YouTuber, but a podcast I listen to a lot is the Giver podcast with Melissa Valier and Courtney King, Chris Bumstead's fiance or whatever. That's a really great podcast. I think it's very, very useful for anybody, any women really. I think they talk about a lot of valuable like life lessons. They also talk a lot about like fitness, health, but they also talk about like girly shit like skincare, gut health, all that stuff. So I love that podcast. And that's something I watch regularly. I'm trying to think of who else I watch. Oh, I watch Monet McMichael a lot. I love her vlogs. She is such a like bright light, and I think she puts out the best energy, and she's really, really great at editing. I'm sure you guys know her through like TikTok and stuff, and she's just amazing at hair, makeup, all that stuff. So she's really fun to watch too. But those would be my top YouTubers I watch. So definitely check them out, and you know, maybe you'll like them. This question says, what are you hoping to see under your tree? Honestly, well, so this year John and I will just be celebrating Christmas here in Austin, because a few days later me, John, my sister, and my parents are going to meet up in Hawaii and spend a week there together. So really, really excited for that, and hopefully can show you guys some bits and pieces of that trip. But Hawaii is really like our main trip, or main gift, I guess you could say. So I'm so excited for that, and it's literally, we leave like 4 days after Christmas, but John and I are just gonna be like exchanging gifts, and I don't know, I'm excited to see what he cooked up for me, but we'll see. I have no idea what to expect. I gave him some ideas, and I already bought all my gifts for him, so I'm so excited to wrap them. And then I also have to wrap all the presents I got for like my sisters and send them back to Michigan so they can open those on Christmas morning. But I love gift giving, and it's seriously like it's like my love language. Like I don't know. I love giving gifts, and I think it's really fun. So I don't know what I'm hoping to see under the tree. We'll see. This question 2, favorite holiday traditions. So this year obviously looks a little different since I'm not like spending it with my family, but I'm really, really excited because John and I are just gonna have like we already declared that Christmas Day we're just gonna like rot. Like we're just gonna have a nice breakfast, open gifts, and then we're gonna, you know, chill all day, watch Christmas movies, because we don't have any like obligations to like go see family and stuff, so we don't have much to do on Christmas Day. And then we're just gonna cook up a really nice dinner. We kind of did the same thing like last year for Thanksgiving because we celebrated it together, and we just cooked up like a nice dinner and just had like some yummy treats, watched some movies, and just chilled, like have ourselves a day. I want to get us some like matching PJs too, so hopefully get that too. So I love that as a holiday tradition. Things I did with my family though, I'm trying to think. It's really just like we would have like a we would have like a good Christmas dinner, Christmas breakfast. And my family growing up used to always host like a big Christmas Eve party with like my extended family. But once we got older, that kind of died down, and especially with like COVID and stuff, everything kind of died down with like the extended family parties. But I'm hoping that when like I'm at an age and I'm in a spot where I can host, I definitely want to have like my sisters over, husbands over, and just have like, you know, if we all have kids, have all the kids over too. I look forward to that. So that's really just, I don't know, I don't have like a ton of like specific holiday traditions, but in Michigan there is like a lot of fun little things to do around the holidays. I don't know if any of you are from Michigan, but there's this place, it's in Frankenmuth, and it's called Bronner's. It's like this big ass Christmas store. It's actually crazy. Like it is huge, and they have like sections for ornaments, wreaths, Christmas trees. Like it's gigantic. And me, my mom, and my sisters would usually go every year around the holidays. So I definitely miss that. The more I've been away from home, the more I realize that maybe there is a solid chance that I do end up back in Michigan, hopefully when we can like buy a house. But I don't know, the seasons in Michigan do hit different, and like just being around your family and close friends just truly does hit different. So that was a whole ramble, wasn't it? You asked New Year's resolutions, goals for 2024. Let's start with those. So goals for 2024 and any like New Year's resolutions. I feel like I haven't made like a legit New Year's resolution in a long time, ever since I've gotten pretty serious into fitness and just my overall health, because I don't feel like at the beginning of every year that I need to do this big great reset and be like, okay, I'm going to the gym 7 days a week, I'm not eating any carbs. Like I never feel like that. I think I just want to keep getting better and better and just improving my health and just improving all parts of me basically. So I'm very thankful that, you know, the gym and just my overall health is such a high priority to me. I mean, it is like part of my job, and part of the reason I have a job is to educate people on this. So I am so grateful for that. So with that being said, I don't have any like crazy New Year's resolutions, but something I just want to be more mindful of in 2024. And I feel like this kind of just comes and goes throughout the year for me always. Like it's just, I slip in and out of routines a lot, especially my morning routine. Like night routines are always going to be there for me as long as I'm like not out drinking. Like I'm always going to do these certain things before bed to make me feel like, okay, now I can relax. But like my morning, I feel like, is where I kind of fall apart a little bit. There will be times and seasons of life where I'm waking up early, or I'm waking up a little bit later than I really like to. And when you wake up later, like it genuinely does cut out time from your day. I'm like behind the whole day if I wake up later. So I definitely just want to get into a much more solid morning routine and genuinely be consistent with it. Like seriously, like fuck my feelings. Like I need to get up and go on a walk. I live in Texas. It's 60 degrees out in December. I need to go on a walk. When you go on a walk first thing in the morning and just like get some sunlight, it makes the biggest difference in your day. So I need to prioritize that. I've done it in the past and then I fall off for whatever reason. So that is something I'm really trying to prioritize. I think just being productive with my time as well. Like there will be times I'm working, and then all of a sudden I catch myself on my phone because I'm trying to find a foreign video, and then I'm on TikTok, and then I'm just wasting time scrolling. So that's something I definitely want to work on immediately. It's not even something for 2024 that I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna start that at the beginning of January. It's just less like scrolling time and just less time consuming content that's not useful for me, because it's really not great for your mental health if you're constantly scrolling, constantly looking at people and being like, why does my life not look like that? You know, like that's something I'm definitely gonna work on. I think that leads me to my next point, and I talked about this in 2 vlogs ago, I think. Just overall, like comparing yourself to others and asking yourself, why are you not at this point in life when this person is? I think I just need to really take a step back sometimes and understand and recognize like how far I've come and how far I can continue to go, and that when you start to compare yourself to whoever, it's doing you no service. Like it's not helping you progress. Just staying more mindful of that and just working on my mental health overall, and just mindset is going to be something I'm really particular about this year. So I'll keep you guys updated. I know that was kind of long-winded, but I wouldn't say there's any resolutions or any really bad habits I'm trying to break. I'm just trying to continuously get better and keep improving my health, my mental health, my business, all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, I got a few questions on this. When are you going to compete, and when is the next competition? Well, I haven't competed yet, and truthfully, I don't have a solid answer for you guys. I'm taking it day by day and just seeing what is in store for me. Right now, I'm just focusing on growing a little bit, putting on some more muscle mass, so that way when I do, you know, when the time comes and I am prepping and cutting down, I am not a baby when I step on stage. Because when the time comes and when I am able to compete and I can step on stage, I want to be competitive. I'm truly doing this because I want to see what I'm capable of. It's really for no other reason, but I also want to do a good job and make myself proud. So I'm taking my time. I'm not in a rush to step on stage. Truly don't even know if it will happen this year. We'll see. It's kind of just in my coach's hands, and obviously how well I adhere to the plan, how well I continue to progress and all that. So I will always keep you guys updated. I don't think I could ever like start a prep and just be like, not tell you guys. Like obviously I want to share the details with you guys. So I think we're gonna grow for a couple more months, which is really exciting, because I haven't been in like a proper growth phase just yet. I spent a lot of 2023 recomping and just getting to a little bit lower of a body fat percentage, so that way when it is time for me to like enter a prep, it's still gonna be hard no matter what, but I won't have as much body fat to lose, which is really, really important. And honestly, the more time you spend with a coach and the more time they get used to your body and just how it responds to things, the better. So I'm taking my sweet time. I've been with my coach for a little bit over a year now, and we're seeing really good progress, and I'm excited to keep it up. So I will keep you guys in the loop, but right now there are no plans. What do you think about cheat days? Good or not good? And I think for the average person, I don't think a whole cheat day where you're just saying like fuck it all is a great way to go about things. I think if you are pretty serious about your goals and you track throughout the week and you're crushing it throughout the week and you're hitting your meal plan, you're hitting your macros, whatever, and you're not in like a dieting phase, allowing yourself like one cheat or free meal like a week is a great way to keep yourself kind of balanced, and of course just it's keeping you in a little bit of a surplus if you're looking to put on some muscle mass. So I think like a cheat meal a week is a great option. A lot of people have this implemented. If they work with a coach, they get like one cheat meal a week, as long as they're checking their boxes throughout the week. But a whole cheat day can kind of like, I feel like can be a slippery slope, because a lot of people, if they feel like they only have that day to eat those foods, they might go a little bit overboard. So say you like start the day with like a ton of donuts, and then for lunch you get like, I don't even know, you get like a burger, and then dinner you go out for like pizza, whatever. A lot of people might make themselves like even a little bit sick if they like overeat and overindulge, because they're like, okay, I can't do this tomorrow, so I need to indulge extra today. So I feel like it kind of creates like a little bit of like a scarcity mindset, which can lead to some like harmful eating habits in my opinion. So I think just allowing yourself like one free meal a week, keeping it like on the cleaner side, so like burgers, sushi, steaks are really good options. Go out and like enjoy at like a restaurant if that's something you want to do, but a whole cheat day I think can be a little bit harmful as to some extent. But there's definitely been days where John and I will like say, okay, we're having like a yes day, we're gonna go out for like bagel breakfast sandwiches, and then we're gonna have like a nice dinner later, whether it's like our anniversary or like a birthday. I think that's kind of like a different exception. And of course, just stay mindful as you're doing this. Don't overeat to the point where you feel really, really sick. Still get some movement in, still drink plenty of water, take your normal vitamins and supplements, and just enjoy the day, but try to just stay conscious of like how you're genuinely feeling. Don't be like in such a scarcity mindset that like that you'll never see that food again, because odds are you'll either see it like next week if you are allowed a free meal every week, or you will see it every few months, for special occasions. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Question says, how do you train during that time of the month? And for me personally, I find that yes, my energy definitely is high and low throughout the month, and I can definitely tell during my luteal phase right before my period approaches that my energy levels are really, really in the gutter. Regardless though, I still get to the gym and train. There's very, very few times where I physically feel like my period is holding me back from training, and if anything, I feel like just a little bit more tired getting to the gym. And then once I'm in the gym, I'm totally fine. If I take like a pump product, warm up really good, do a couple warm up sets, I'm usually good the rest of the lift. I don't really find that my strength like dips a whole lot. And if you are finding that your energy is tanking a lot during certain parts of your cycle, just be mindful of that, and be mindful of your diet around that as well. So if you are someone that your energy tanks a lot in your luteal phase, and say you need to train at 5 p.m. every day, after work, I would really make sure that you have like a good quality carbs training session, like a quick carb source that's going to give you some extra energy. So just understand, like, if you genuinely feel like you're, maybe you're so bloated that you're in pain and the movements you're doing are like hurting you to some extent, maybe swap some things out, or maybe take a little bit of the load off what you usually do, but still try to show up and train. Because a lot of the times I feel like movement, whether that's a light walk, some cardio, or strength training, really does help my cramps go away. So that's my opinion on that. And for me personally, I've just gotten into a groove where I'm just gonna train regardless. And of course, you know, sometimes we're gonna see fluctuations in our strength, and that's okay. It's not always a perfect uphill, you know, progression with strength. You're gonna see dips in it. So just know that it's just kind of human nature. It's just kind of what being a woman is. So yeah, if you're really struggling, I would suggest like walk on the treadmill for like 5 to 10 minutes before your lift, and hopefully that will get you into like, you know, a groove, warm your body up, make your mindset feel a little bit better as you head into the lift. This is gonna be the last question I answer. And this person said, okay, I need advice on how to talk to my gym crush. I want to be like you and John. So I would just, you know, read the room, see if the person you're crushing on has like ever like looked in your direction. Have they ever like given you a compliment? You know, like have they ever said like great form or you're really strong, like anything like that. And, you know, read the room, you know, see their mannerisms, but also I feel like there's like two sides. If there's one side and they're, you know, really locked in, they don't look like they want to talk to anyone, like maybe they have their hood up, earphones in, maybe they're not the best person to be talking to in the gym. Maybe you could try to catch them like after a lift or something, you know, maybe by chance you guys are walking out to your cars at the same time. Then I think that's a good time to approach them. If they look, you know, rather friendly and they don't look like too scary to approach, and you know that they're single, is also a really good thing, then go ahead and like approach them either like during like when they're resting or like, you know, between like going to a different workout or movement, whatever. But yeah, I would just compliment them on like their strength or something, not really like their physical appearance. I think that's kind of weird, especially, you know, starting off. Kind of go from there. Read the room. I think reading the room is very crucial in this situation, because you never know. Some people are really in the gym to like not talk, and then some people are in there to be quite social and make new friends or, you know, find their potential wife or husband. So read the room. I feel like that wasn't great advice, but if it makes you feel better, John and I like knew of each other for quite a long time, and we would never say anything to each other. So, you know, it took some time. It took some time for us to warm up to each other, but you never know. Maybe that's your future husband. So shoot your shot if you feel like they are approachable. Okay, my camera just overheated because, you know, I've been talking my ass off for too long, but that is gonna close up this Q&A. I think we left off on just shooting your shot. You know, that could be your future husband. So read the room. If it seems comfortable, if it seems approachable, shoot your shot. But to close out this Q&A, I'm gonna pick my 2 winners from 2 Vlogmas episodes ago. So this is for the 2 $150 Sephora gift cards. So I'm going to put all your names into a little spin the wheel, and I'm going to tell you guys who won, and I will say the username in here, and then if you were the person that won, please email me at coachbyk@gmail.com. And then I'm gonna get your email from you, and then I'm gonna send over that Sephora gift card. So I'm gonna pick the winners real quick. Okay, so the first winner username is Kiara Coins. Kiara on Coins, period. Okay, I'm gonna pick the other one. Okay, and then the second winner is Kelsey Watkins. So if you are 2 of these people, please email me at coachbyk@gmail, and then I'm gonna get those gift cards sent over to you. Thank you to all the people that entered this little giveaway. I'm gonna do another one at the end of this Vlogmas, so I just really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Love you, bye.